So people say Africa has been free for about 60 to 70 years now. Why haven't they been able to develop proper systems which would help them grow or help them get rich like other countries, Western or Eastern countries or Gulf countries? There are a number of reasons, but these are the best, or these are the major ones which are inhibiting Africa or restricting Africa from growing. The first one is bad leaders or incompetent leaders. These are leaders who do not actually know anything about the role which they are in, so they cannot effectively do anything to help the people or to help the industries which are in their countries. I would also say incompetent leaders. Forgive me, the nose is itching. Incompetent leaders, or leaders who are aligned with Western powers, leaders whose existence or whose power comes from Western backed militias. So these leaders will do anything necessary to keep Western powers behind them, because their legitimacy comes from these Western powers. They do not have any other legitimacy other than the military power which is backing them from the West. The second thing is lack of investments and education, because Africa is such a new continent, or countries in Africa are new, or they are very little countries which have been around for I would just say 60-70 years. They do not have the necessary investments to make in infrastructural developments and growth. Most of them lack basic amenities such as food, water, and etc. And this goes back to what I said: bad governments or incompetent leaders, because the leaders are not the leaders are not in a place where they are making rules or laws which will help the people. Certain things like food, shelter, and clean drinking water, these are such basic human rights which everybody needs, which the leaders are failing to do, or failing to provide to the ordinary citizens or the ordinary citizenry. Education is also another thing which we would have to talk about. The leaders are failing to give education. Most of them are even scaling down on education, because they think when they give education to these people would come around and use that same education against them, or to vote against them. Because if they are able to suppress or keep the people in a state where they do not know much, they can have power over them. The third thing is lack of skill and labor. Because these people are not so educated, they lack the skill or the labor or the professionalism to do things at a skill which would help their country. They can only do things at a local scale. They cannot expand. They do not even have the means to expand to they do not have the means